afford to lose jobs in this country. We cannot afford to talk about retrenchments. We, as you have quite eloquently put it, that we're seated with 9.3 million people who are looking for employment in this country. So if we want to grow the economy of South Africa, it cannot be outside job creation. Anything that we are doing to ensure that South Africa is competitive, but also globally, but also South Africa is eradicating the levels of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. It can never be outside people being employed, people being in business. So we are saying today we are for jobs and nothing else but jobs. Also, taking from the State of the Nation address of the President, where he said the focus of the government is going to be also on injecting stimulus on the small, medium enterprises, because we believe also as a federation, that's the basis of this country creating employment. It will happen when we begin to talk about our local economy and pay attention to the small businesses, because of course, they are not at any stage where they are going to be introducing the fourth industrial revolution. So they are more labor intense, and we're saying to government, if we really want to build this economy, if we really want to build a country that has lower levels of inequality, particularly if we want to eradicate poverty, let us ensure that everything that we do cannot have in the same vocabulary speak about job losses in this country.
Losi, let's now focus on young people in the country. Currently, we know that the unemployment rate, especially amongst the youth, is extremely high. What's Cosatu's take on all that?
Indeed. Statistics SA just released the stats yesterday that are saying levels of unemployment have dropped from 38 to 27.1%. Be that as it may, it does not talk to those that have lost hope in finding employment. So it's not an extended definition of unemployment. But importantly, it is the majority that are young people who are going to be despondent. And we can't build a future of the country when we have young people who are supposed to be taking the baton and going forward in running this country losing hope. You can't have people that out of being hopeless, they are going to go for drugs and rehabilitation drugs and all of that. So we're saying building this economy and building this country, we have to talk about skilling, reskilling, giving young people an opportunity. Let those, because of course young people are not sitting at home and not doing anything. They have brilliant ideas in their heads. So can we tap into those ideas? Can we make sure that when we have conversation, it's conversations that are going to include them and let them tell us how they see the future looking like and how we can all, with them, move forward in building that future in this country.
Losi, currently Cosatu has always said that the ANC, their alliance partner, has failed to consult them on a whole number of issues. How's the current relationship between the alliance partners?
The relationship is, of course, full of contradictions because we are a trade union movement. The first thing that is important for us is about the mandate that we receive from our members, the workers. So our alliance with the ANC does not make us to always jelly at times, but what is important is how we're going to address those issues of contradiction. That is why today we are here. That is why today nationwide we're embarking on a national strike, because we're targeting and we're saying directly to the government of the ANC, if we want to run this country, and if we as an alliance, we're talking about a reconfiguration of the alliance, things need to change. We need to do things differently. And because the ANC brags itself to be biased towards the left, which is ourselves as the workers and the working class, we want to see that in action. So we are saying here, the government of the ANC must listen. Workers are talking. And if we want to move forward on a reconfigured alliance, we understand and we appreciate that we're not going to win all battles, but there are critical battles that all of us cannot afford to be outside each other. So it's an alliance relationship that is going to have its own contradictions, but it's how we manage those contradictions. It's importantly is when, as a labor movement that is part of the alliance, we don't lower our guards and say, no, we are in the alliance with the ANC and therefore we let things slide. That will be liberalism, and we are not going to do that. That is why we are able to take on the streets and direct it to the government led by the African National Congress.